Well, what we're looking at is the fact that the airport's growing. We have a new terminal, which should be finished in the first quarter of next year, which will enhance the visibility of the airport. It has an outdoorsy theme, kind of go with our emphasis that we're doing on Lake Hartwell and the fishing tournaments. We're also seeing a large growth in the corporate aviation side, which I've always preached that the fact that the Anderson Regional Airport is the economic gateway to Anderson County. Almost all of the manufacturers that we have in the region, not just Anderson County, land and take off right here at this airport. A good example is the new Purina plant, which is being built in Hartwell. Both the construction company and the Purina people land here and then drive down to Hartwell. Another advantage that we have. Corporate people do not fly on the airlines. If you've flown on the airlines recently, you know what a hassle it is, all the hoops you got to jump through with the TSA, everything else. We avoid that because all of our passengers are known passengers by the crew. A Plastic Omnium had a machine failure that was putting them in jeopardy of failing to be able to support the Mercedes-Benz plant down in Alabama. They flew the parts in here on a jet to get that plant back up and operating. Just another example of the importance of the airport. Last couple of years I went around and did what I call the rubber chicken circuit, which is the civic clubs and anybody else that would listen to me. And the two questions that I got invariably after the presentation was, we have an airport? Yes, we do. And where is it? Well, you pass it every time you go to the lake. It's over there right off the 24. And because we don't have airline service, a lot of people think that our airport is unimportant. You've got the president of XYZ Corporation that's coming into Anderson to visit his plant or even select a location for a new plant. He's not going to go to Greer and land at Greenville-Spartanburg and then rent a car and drive to Anderson when he can fly right into here. We have rental cars available for him, or most of the time somebody picks him up. So the airport itself is the primary gateway to Anderson, South Carolina. In addition to the football crowd, we have most of the teams for Clemson, for Central Wesleyan, or Southern Wesleyan as it is now, and Anderson University. Their charter flights fly out of here. It allows the County of Anderson to have access to the international air system. According to the federal aviation regulations, we have to be substantially self-sustaining. And for Anderson County requires us to be self-sustaining. In other words, we have to generate our own money. And we have several different methods that we do that. One is fuel sales. The second is hangar rentals. And then the third is our maintenance shop. We represent somewhere close to 20 jobs here at the airport. So it makes a tremendous difference. That's just in a nutshell the importance of this airport and the way it's growing and the way it will continue to keep Anderson County on the forefront that we've seen in the recent years on the industrial development. But I've always been involved in promoting and increasing the visibility of the airport. One of the tools that I originally started was the air show that we have here. One of the very few air shows that are produced in the United States that's totally free. It's produced as a gift to the people of Anderson County, and we get a lot of support, in-kind support from the county and other organizations. But one of the reasons is to bring people out to this airport, take a look and see what we've got going on, and have a fun day. And by the way, we're going to be doing that on May 30, 31 of 2020. So we're going to crank it up again. We're hoping to get the snowbirds back, but we've already got a commitment from Charleston Air Force Base. They're going to bring a C-17 Globemaster III, which is a huge airplane, and will be on static display, and it's going to be flown by a crew who are originally from Anderson, South Carolina. Back in 1970, it was mostly what we call general aviation aircraft, the smaller airplanes. I had a Cessna 182 at the time, which is a four-place airplane. We've got quite a few still based here on the field. But the change has been the jet traffic. One of the reasons we're getting even more jet traffic is the runway was extended several years ago to 6,000 feet, 6,002 to be exact. And we have a full instrument landing system, which allows the pilots to bring it in inclement weather. Our minimums are 200 feet of ceiling and a quarter mile visibility, which basically means that you can't see your hand in front of your face, but not for very far. And that enables the corporate customers to get in here and depart from this area. And again, going back to the airport is no longer a rich boys playground. It's a tool that the county economics system uses to leverage our growth. And you look at First Quality's in here several times a week from their base up in New Jersey. We've got, like I said, the Purina people. They come in from St. Louis. We get flights in from Charlotte, all over Chicago, all over the country. And one of the most important people that have landed here recently is the Arthrex people who fly up from Naples, Florida. And they have their own jets. And sometimes they also augment their transportation system with a chartered jet. And so they're bringing a number of people in here. Greg Shore has a helicopter that he uses for his business in search and rescue. And the Sheriff's Department has a helicopter that they use, again, for search and rescue operations. And we get a considerable number of helicopters out of Donaldson Center with the Army Guard. They bring their Chinooks down and shoot approaches and other things, and that's the big twin-rotored aircraft that a lot of times you hear it at night. If you live in town, you can hear them overflying because they're shooting night approaches and training with the night vision goggles like they use in Afghanistan.